been watching that Buffalo game from last year a lot. It's snowstorm. It's the thing about football, right?
It is. Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Okay, all set? Okay, great to see everybody here. We appreciate you being here. Beautiful day, very good practice, and we're excited to go see where we're at, play the football game, put our best foot forward to our best of our ability. We've worked hard for this opportunity. You earn the right to be in games like this and playing games like this, and our guys are ready. So let's go see what happens. What questions you have?
John, as far as injuries, we haven't seen. We saw Isaiah out there walking on the side field, and Ricard not out there. Or does it look like it's leaning towards both of them not playing?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to kind of leave that alone for now. You might get me to tell you something next Friday or the Friday after, or you might not. So we'll see how it plays out. But I'm just going to leave all those alone right now going into the opener. Well, I guess that's all you got then, huh?
John, you alluded to it, but obviously you've been at this a number of years.
I saw so many sad faces. So many sad media faces right there. Oh, I got nothing to tweet right now. But when has that ever held you guys back? Sure, there's something you can put out.
John, you alluded to this, but how much excitement is there to get to the first game? I mean, you guys have been putting in work and OTAs going back to May, and now you have something to kind of gauge that off of. I mean, obviously you evaluate in practice, but it is a little bit different when you're going up against another team.
Right. It's what you do it for. All that work. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that goes in, you would say, for the first game. It's really not just for the first game. It's for the whole season, because you build your football team through all of that. You build the foundation of your team that's going to carry you forward for the whole season. And once you get through the first game, you realize as soon as you're in the locker room after the first game, you realize, ooh, we got the Browns. The Browns are up next, and it's going to come fast. So this one's hard to get to. It takes forever to get to. And then you're finally out there, and you just want the guys to take a deep breath and play ball. And then you realize the next one's going to come fast. That's kind of how it works. So it's well-earned, and we're ready, and we know that it's the beginning of a long season.
John, when the refs were out here during the summer and we met with them, they talked about the crackdown on sportsmanlike conduct and them trying to get that out. When you see, I don't know if you saw parts of the game last night, but how much do you show players clips of that as a reminder? Look, they're looking for this stuff this year?
Well, we have a segment of our week where we show everything. We show all kinds of plays, situational plays, penalty plays, all kind of plays that come up that are important to just learning from. It's a learning opportunity. So we'll show a lot of plays like that.
Yesterday, Todd said he wants to see clean football from the offense. How much does that line up to the standard you want to see from all three phases?
Absolutely. I mean, that's definitely true for all three phases. I mean, we want our team to play winning football. And winning football is definitely synonymous with what Todd's talking about with clean football. We want to operate. We want to get our plays in. We want to communicate our plays to one another. All three phases. We want to get our subs on and off the field cleanly. We want to be clean with our snaps and all the different things we do, our assignments, our alignments. We want to play clean technique as much as we can, and with that, we want to play really hard. We want to set standards for how hard we play. We want to bring a physicality to the way we play, because those are all things that are fundamental to winning football. So I would say yes, it applies to all three phases.
John, we heard the defense guys talk a lot this summer just about wanting to force more turnovers, and we got a glimpse of that throughout camp this summer. Are you pleased with the steps that you feel like they have taken to achieve that goal, and do you feel like how confident are you that it will carry over into the season?
Yeah, I mean, you believe it will. We've come up with a lot of those plays in practice and also in the preseason games. I think that the intentionality has been very good. We were one of the leading turnover teams 2 years ago, and historically we've always been pretty high takeaway team generally. But last year was not good, and we still overcame it and won a bunch of games. But we need to be a top, and I would say our goal every year, and this is just honestly, this has been true for all these years. Our goal is always to be the top takeaway team. I mean, that's our goal, and that'll be our goal again this year. And if we achieve that goal, we're going to be playing some really great defense.
Coach, I know the run game is something you've been very successful with over the years, and especially last season. Early in the season, is it something maybe even more you can take advantage of because of the change in game speed? I mean, really early in the season.
Yeah, you might be able to. It's definitely a thought. And there's a lot of things that go with the early season football, tackling, special teams, things like punt protection. All those things are, come up early season a lot of times that can be not quite ready, and you got to be careful of your own team with that. You got to make sure that you're looking for those opportunities as well on both sides.
John, obviously you guys didn't meet your own standard, your very high standard on special teams last year. Beyond just the kind of personal changes, do you think it's just kind of small tweaks, or is it big changes to get you guys back to where you are, usually at the top of the league?
Yeah, I think it's a continuation of the idea that we're gonna attempt to play the game harder and more physically and with better technique and a better understanding of the nature of special teams. Special teams is a little different than offense and defense. It's more of a free-flowing type of a play. There's more. It's a little more like basketball or hockey. You've got to understand the flow of the play, the timing, the angles, and we've been really working hard on all those things. So our young guys, we're young, and last year we weren't there. As far as that standard you're talking about, and this year I expect us to be further along.
John, was it? I think it's 18th season opener for you.
Yeah.
When you talk to the team, leading up to that game, how do you keep the message different and new, or do you go back and go, well, let me see what I said this year?
Oh no, it's always a new message. Yeah, no, it's always new. It's always different. That's easy to me. I mean, the idea basically is that you meet people where they're at. You meet their team. You meet your team where it's at. You meet circumstances where they're at. Things come up that are things that we reference or whatever. It's conversations. It's never the same. It never gets old. It never gets old, Jameson. This is the greatest thing. I mean, this is the greatest, most fun thing ever. Here we are. We're in sports. All of us in this circle right here get to do this for a living, right? I mean, I know how grateful you guys are as well that we get to do this for a living, and we're talking about things that people really enjoy following. And when we get out there in that field, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be intense. I'm sure we're going to feel victimized and wronged by some call at some point in time, and all that. But at the end of the day, it's the greatest thing in the world to get to be a part of sports, to be a part of the National Football League, be in a game, be the Ravens versus the Bills on Sunday Night Football to open the season. Just couldn't be more grateful or excited. And no, it never, ever gets old.
So what actually is the message, and is it any different when you play a team that ended your season last year?
There's a message. There's a really good message, and one day you probably, it'll be in the history books. You get a chance to listen to it, but I don't think it's going to be anything. There's no message that you wouldn't expect, Brian. It's the idea that we're going to go out there and we're going to play our best football our way. And you try to do that in a way that you can kind of dictate the game the way you want it to go. And that's the same thing they're going to be trying to do. But we'll talk about all those things that go with that, and we should be a confident team. And I expect us to play really well.
You played on Sunday Night Football many times before, but the opening weekend where you got to sit through last night, tonight, of course, your brother's playing, and then all the games Sunday. How are you going to occupy your time on Sunday?
Well, I'm occupied my time tonight. I didn't watch that much of the yesterday's game, but I'll probably watch I'll probably watch all this game, and I will be rooting for the Chargers. Anybody was wondering? Yeah, I mean, sorry, Andy. Blood's thicker than water. And Sunday, I couldn't even tell you. Sunday's a hard day. It's tough. It's not easy, to play a night game because everybody's ready to go. You gotta set your clock. I tell the guys all the time, set your clock. Make sure you're peaking, emotionally and spiritually at the right time.
Do you have any themes this year? I think it was 1-0 last year.
Yeah.
T-shirts. I'm just curious.
Oh, we got a couple themes. Yeah, we got a few themes. Some that we could repeat, some that we couldn't. Yeah, one of the themes is gradually then suddenly. That's something that is worth talking about at some point in time. And then, raise the floor is something that we've talked a lot about, and Steve kind of brought that to us recently, Steve Bisciotti, which I thought was fantastic. So, but themes, it's more to me, it's more about relationships and day to day, just growing together. I'd say that, and the intentionality about what we're doing. Probably you've heard that so many times from me. Probably that's probably the main thing. All set? Great. Thanks. Okay.